next is an encore presentation of the Marie Manuchehri Show. For more information about her show, visit energyintuitive.com.
Welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show, where energy and medicine meet. I will be your host for the next hour. I have over 19 years of healthcare experience and began my career as an energy medicine practitioner while working as an oncology nurse at a Seattle area hospital. My skill in moving energy combined with my medical background have been a catalyst for change in many people's lives. I hope the next hour will be transformative for you as well. Hello and welcome to the Marie Manuchehri Show. We're live here in really rainy Seattle.
But happy spring.
Oh, yeah.
Marie.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I'm going to
Super.
go home sometime today. I'm going to take some lime and put it all over my lawn, and it needs water to activate it. So this will be lovely.
So it's working out in your favor.
Totally.
Okay.
Yeah. And I planted new flowers last weekend, and now they're getting tons of rain.
They're getting a lot of love.
They're so happy right now. Yeah. So I always talk about the weather at the top of the show, just so that everyone will get grounded in their bodies, look outside their window, no matter what day or time it is. And, so that we can all be together as we transform, because transformation actually occurs in the present moment. Even though the human brain would love for you to analyze and process and figure out transformation from that kind of angle, it actually doesn't work that way ever. It's always a present moment experience. You had a good present moment experience, I guess, last night, right?
I did.
You're actually, functioning on 3 hours of sleep?
I'm on 3 hours of sleep.
Wow.
I actually was able to see a special ahead screening of the newest Super Troopers 2 movie last night. Lisa's all excited. I can see she jumped up.
Yeah, Lisa knows.
The phones are going to wait just another couple minutes so she can hear the story. So basically, a friend of mine knows, and it's kind of funny, someone that goes into her establishment. It's a bar up on 45th. It's called Katie's Pub.
Oh, cute.
Someone that goes in there, she's friends with the cast members of the movie. So I get the email from Katie's husband, Colin, who I know from WSU, and he's like, "Are you busy Wednesday?" I'm like, "Why?" And he's like, "Well, we can go see the movie ahead of time." I flipped out. I literally lost myself almost. So I'm like, "Okay." And then, of course, you need to bring someone. I'm like, "All right, I'll put that together." Well, he didn't really mention that the cast was going to be there. So I met the cast, so literally bucket list, check off, and I'm still kind of starstruck a little bit, just because it's been 17 years since the first one came out, and they have always done great movies. It's a Broken Lizard crew. That's like the comedians, all the actors together. That's what they're called. And so it was great to meet them. It was just kind of a quick, little thing anyways, but I honor them and cherish all the things that they do. And they do a lot of stuff, from their heart, and also not huge budgets. And they usually have to, kind of go out and get their own money for a lot of this. And they've done a lot of online stuff with Facebook this last year on trying to raise money for the movie. So then they can gain viewership, so then it can be released to the public. So they stopped by in Seattle after doing, I think, an LA stop. Yeah, so I'm super excited. I'm like slapping my face trying to stay up this morning, but it was all worth it.
I think you'll be taking a nap after work today.
I might. Hopefully not during your show.
Yeah, right. No, you won't.
I would never do that.
You look too excited. You're wide awake.
I'm still
you're
running.
you're a happy guy.
Yeah.
Happy guy.
So thanks to Katie and Colin once again. It was great.
Oh, I love it when we have the surprise moments where something really cool happens in your life and you're not anticipating it. In fact, I was listening. I can't remember her name right now. Oh, Grout. I think her name is
Pam Grout.
Pam Grout. She was in town giving a lecture and
last week.
And one of her books, she has written the E Squared series. And she said, when you get up in the morning, the first thing you should do is jump up and down and say, "Something amazing happened today." And you do it like 4 or 5 times and then watch the day, because something amazing will happen.
That's good. If you're like me, 4 o'clock in the morning in an apartment complex, which I'm not, that would be bad for my neighbors.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't do that.
But you live in a house.
I know, so I'm in the clear. So I'm not gonna worry about it. Right?
And no complaints on that one. So we're taking calls today. We're answering people's calls, and I believe we have lots of beautiful, things happening out in the world in terms of, voting blue. So make sure if you want to donate some money, make sure I like to donate to people who are running in the South under the blue tickets. That's what I like to do. Even if it's like $50, send it to their lovely representatives so that maybe we can switch states, switch the colors.
We'd hope to.
Yeah, because November's coming up.
That's our game plan.
November's coming up, everybody. So, if you've got extra $25 or $10 or something, and you are concerned about, other parts of the country because everybody that we want pretty much, the way we want them to vote, they do vote in our state. In California and Oregon, we're very lucky. But there's a bunch of other places in the country where maybe we need to get some old white men voted out and get in some young, hopefully female people voted in. I think that would be lovely, especially people of color would be wonderful.
Well said, Marie.
Yeah, love that.
Work it. Work it.
Let's do it. And maybe even women who've had children so that we can actually have great paternal leave for parents,
Oh, keep it going, Marie. Just keep it going.
Love it.
It's your time up here.
Yeah, love it. Okay. All right, so that's just what I wanted to say.
I think it's fantastic. And we only, for me and my standpoint, get out there and vote.
Yeah, and vote.
That is the biggest
That's the
deal.
biggest thing, right.
Really, your voice makes a difference.
And there's a big march happening this weekend, too, around the country, so that we can make sure that we have actually healthy laws about guns and so that crazy people or people who are just sad and messed up for a short period of time can't just easily walk into a store and buy a gun. I guess all Fred Meyer stores from now on will not sell guns in their stores. Of course, I had no idea they were selling guns, but I'm really thrilled they're not going to anymore.
You didn't make it over to that back section of the store?
Apparently, I missed that part of the store. It's got to be a locked box or something, but I somehow missed that. But I'm really happy that they're not going to sell guns. They shouldn't.
Yeah.
Who needs them, right? Yeah. Okay, so who do we have on the phone lines?
Yeah, if you're just tuning in, 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. We'll take first out of the gates, Sam, and she is calling in from Portland, Oregon. Hello, Sam.
Hi.
Hi, Sam. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, that is so nice to hear. Congratulations.
Yeah.
So what can I do for you?
I am. So I have kind of an odd question because I'm just health-wise, I'm just feeling in perfect health.
Yay!
I
love it.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I have this one small issue, and if you wouldn't be able to see it physically, I wouldn't be calling in. But it's my hair, and it seems to be. And my question is trying to pinpoint it. Whether it's hormones or thyroid or hereditary, it's just thinning on top, and I'm kind of puzzled because I feel I'm doing everything right.
You are. Of course you are. So do you take anything for your adrenal glands?
I do, but
what do you take?
Not enough.
What do you take?
I take supplements.
But what kind?
It's a combination of different herbs, and I can take a look at that. Maybe I'm not taking enough for me to do.
Well, how long have you been taking that particular supplement?
Oh, my gosh, years.
Okay, so that's the problem. So herbs are, after a while, our body goes, okay, I got that. I know how to work it. Never mind. And so probably your body isn't listening anymore to the ingredients that you're putting in your body. You need to switch it up. And most herbalists will even say, hey, stop taking your herbs for a little while so that your body can hopefully respond without it, but also you need to change them up. So I would find a new formula.
Great. So you're thinking that it's the adrenals, and I really feel like I need to say something.
I think it's your thyroid. I really do think it's your thyroid, but I don't think it's going to come back as, from medical science as a problem, maybe a low normal perhaps. But the beautiful thing is the majority of the herbs that we use to feed the adrenals actually feeds the thyroid too. There is also a great herb that helps the thyroid. It's called bladderwrack. It actually helps, so you could start taking that. But most of the time when you look at hormonal function, regardless if it's what the combination is, feed the adrenals, you feed everything. So, because it's the adrenals are the precursor of your entire hormonal system. So I would highly recommend that you switch out your formula. Switch it out, get something new, different, fabulous. I like integrative therapies. I like their formulas. I think they're pretty cool. Have you ever heard of them before?
Yes, I just got their digestive enzymes.
Oh, great. Yeah, so they have
incredible.
They have a lovely program. I mean, they have an herb that I really like. I don't remember the actual name of it, but you could write into the website, and Lisa will be happy to send you a link to this one herb that I like if you want.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the other thing that I just want to point out. The seventh chakra governs your hair and your scalp, all of your skin. So this is also about your connection to spirit. When I drew out your energy, you have lovely energy coming in through the top of the crown. So there's not a problem with you absorbing, beautiful subatomic particles. But I do think there's this oddness, because when I see the energy coming in, it comes into the vortex, goes into your brain, but then when it's in your head, it's almost like you're fighting some of the energy. I think you're kind of afraid of your spiritual self. Like you're afraid of your magnificence. Like you like being a regular spiritual person, not so much a out of the box spiritual person. You know what I mean?
I do.
So I would encourage you to be out of the box. Like when I go on a date and a guy asks me what I do for a living, I am completely direct about it. You know, because if they didn't get it from my profile, then they clearly don't know what I do. You know, they don't get it. And of course their eyes do bulge out of
They
their
just see
head.
a beautiful picture and move on.
Yeah, they go, oh, she's lovely. I'm going to, you know. But so what I'm trying to say is that be your authentic self. That's how you're going to meet the people that are best for you. Friends, you know, whomever is being your authentic self. And you're pretty out there. But you don't let people know that about you. You hide it. Don't hide it.
I do.
Yeah, don't do it.
I do, and it's so funny because it is in the dating world that I tend to do that.
Yeah, please don't. I can tell you, I would say 9 times out of 10 of the men that I date who have no clue about what I do because they aren't spiritual or consciously aware in that way, the first thing they want me to do is to read their energy. I mean, so they're not upset about it, but I'm like, hello, I'm on a date. I don't really want to read your energy. So I do maybe some tiny little thing. And then I'm usually annoyed because I'm now being asked to work. I recently had someone who I was dating wanting me to read their friends who were sick. I was really annoyed by that too. And so be your authentic self, because that's how you find out what's in your best interest, what would be in your highest good. You're going to eventually show your authentic self to someone who you're dating. At least I hope you are. You might as well do it right away and own who you are. You know, own it. Like, it's a beautiful thing who you are.
It is. And, you know, it's funny because if I did that, maybe I'd find better men.
I agree. And you'll be able to weed them out faster, too. Like, I recently dated someone, and, okay, the first time they asked me, but then the second time they asked me, too, and I'm, like, annoyed. Like, wow, this guy only wants to know what I think about his energy system. Why doesn't he just go take care of it if he's not happy with it? Why do I have to tell him, right?
Right.
Okay. All right?
I get it.
Okay. Have a lovely day. This will help your hair. Okay. All right.
Thanks, Sam, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. Give us a jingle, and we'll take Sylvia. She's calling in from Seattle, and she has a career question. Hello, Sylvia.
Great.
Hi, everyone. Hi, Marie. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you? How are you doing? Because I know you've called in twice before this year, and you've been a little bit upset, and you didn't really like my answers either. So how are things going?
Well, it's the same.
It's the same, yeah, because you're not going to address what I said, right? Hello?
It's not that I don't want to. It seems like I'm not disciplined enough.
But that's okay. I think in knowing that, like, okay, so I've brought something to light that is challenging, right? Because it's not like every day someone tells us something and we just run and go take care of it. It takes a while sometimes, right, for us to adjust to it or to even be comfortable with it, or sometimes we never are comfortable with it. So that's okay. So that's good that you have these awarenesses and you're thinking about it, you're brewing it, and maybe you'll address it at some point. So what's your question today?
I've been reading your book, Intuitive Self-Healing.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. It's
Oh,
great.
thank you. Thank you. I had a lot of fun writing that book. You know, I wrote that book when my kids were teenagers over like a 5-year time period. I didn't know I was writing a book, by the way. I never thought I would be a published author. It was not even on my,
Well, because you
list.
think you have to do it all. You don't these days. No. Like you have the idea and the subject matter. You don't have to like do the release of the book and all. You can hand it off to
Oh, I
someone
had
else.
a publisher, of course, but
Right.
you have to write your own book. I mean,
Yeah, I get that part, yeah.
But I never thought I was going to be an author. It just wasn't on my list. I wasn't confident about, I would say, my intelligence until I went to nursing school. Then I went, oh, even pre-nursing school, I'm like, I actually am smart. So at any rate, I wrote every day. In the evenings when my kids were teenagers, because they didn't want to hang out with me, and I was single and annoyed that I didn't have any company after dinner. So while they were doing certain things with friends or whatever, I would just go to this coffee shop and write. And that's where Intuitive Self-Healing was conceived and developed, a coffee shop in Kirkland. Okay, so yes, you're reading the book, you like it, and?
And my question for you is taken from the book.
Okay.
What does my soul wish me to know?
What is your soul?
Wish me to know, or what does my soul want me to know?
Uh-huh.
You can narrow it down to a direction or path in life, career focus.
So when I look at you, when you ask that question, your soul wants you to be your authentic self. And I know that seems very general, but in your case, you tend to contract your energy significantly. You know, like you take your auric field, you can let it expand and be very beautiful, but most of the time you keep it really close to your body. So there's a significant amount of what I would determine as internal control. So you do all the right things and you don't make mistakes. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
that is not authentic. You know, mistakes are part of life. Mistakes are part of our experience. There really are no such thing as a mistake, right? I think it was last week I interviewed the author of Your Messy Brilliance. And so that might be a great book for you to read. And it's a local author, so I would suggest that you find that book and read it. I think it'll be great. It was Kelly McNillis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
From last week's interview.
From last week, yeah. So why don't you go ahead and get that book, because it's kind of a workbook too. I think you'll like it.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you for calling in.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Sylvia, for joining us. 877-825-8828 is the number. Let's take one more. Let's go back to Portland. I like Portland.
Okay.
And it's Johanna, I believe. Johanna from Portland, Oregon. Is that correct?
Yes, hi.
Yay, welcome to the show.
Hello.
What can
Hi, Maureen.
Hi. What can I do for you?
Oh, it's so great to hear you. I love your work so much, and I was lucky enough to take your Reiki class last fall.
Oh, thank you.
So
Thank you.
wonderful. It was just such a great experience for me.
You know, I think it's one of the most transformative, workshops. It certainly transformed my life.
Absolutely,
but I just
yeah.
love it. And I was taught by someone who teaches Reiki very uniquely. She was taught by the Usui, which is the very, very traditional, and then she was taught non-traditional. So you get the Usui energy as well, which is lovely. But I just love the way we do it with all the deep meditation and all the connection to our spirit guides. And yeah, it's a
so
fabulous
special
workshop.
and transformative. It was amazing.
So thank you for attending. It was really fun. What can I do for you today?
You know, today I would just love a general reading, and just I'd love to hear what my energy is like. And
yeah.
yeah.
Well, the first thing I hear is I'm drawing out the way your energy is moving in your body. So, I draw a kind of a stick image of you, and then put the chakras on top of it, and then I draw how the energy is flowing. And one of the first things I heard as I'm doing that is that you're on the right track. You really are on the right track. And what I'm hearing is just put a little bit more energy into it, because you have this tendency. It's very, very cute. It's almost like if we were this is a really weird image, but as if we were seeing like a school of cute fish swimming in a pond. It's not a huge, ocean. And one of the little fishies keeps putting its head out of the water going, are we going the right way? Are we going the right way? And,
Just keep swimming.
Just keep swimming.
Right.
Exactly. So, maybe start congratulating yourself and appreciating yourself that you have allowed yourself to find a path that delights you and inspires you. Just like this little fish is happy with the school of other fish that it's swimming with, like it's real people,
Yeah.
You've done all the right things. You've checked off all the right boxes. And I think right now your energy is excellent. There isn't a place where you aren't absorbing energy, which is phenomenal. A rare thing for me to see. I know, it's lovely. So I want you to celebrate what you've already accomplished, and that's going to help you to keep going and allow more doors to open up and more incredible adventures.
That is so lovely to hear, because I am actually working on a book right now, and I'm hoping that it is the right way. It feels like it is. So
I heard you're on path, you're on track, everything's going great. So, try to get rid of that hopeful kind of energy. That's a drop in frequency. It's that little fish picking up its head and going, are we going in the right direction? Yeah. Like it's going to leave the school anyway and swim on its own. It will be gobbled up by something so quick, So, so maybe stop doing that and start validating and appreciating yourself. I think self-nurturing is a huge component of success. I truly, truly do. Whatever success we're looking from, personal or professional or health success or anything like that, appreciate and valuing oneself and nurturing oneself on the path is gigantic. I mean, that's what we do for our children. We nurture them all day long.
right. Yes,
Even
we
when they do major things, we're like, oh my gosh, but we nurture them. That's how we help them to be successful beings. So we need to do that to ourselves. Okay.
I love that. All right. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Marie.
have fun.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Thanks very much for calling in. 877-825-8828 is the number for the Marie Manuchehri Show. How about we take a quick little break?
Okay,
I
we'll
know.
take a break.
Okay, be right. Have you ever wondered what your dreams mean or how they can be used for intuition and guidance? If so, then this year's Spring Seaback Retreat, hosted by Edgar Casey, ARE, is for you. Dreams are an important part of our physical, mental, and spiritual development. If you would like to learn how to work with and interpret your dreams, go to areseaback.com and sign up for the Spring Seaback Retreat today.
Hello, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I'm thrilled to announce some of my classes that will be emerging in 2019. On March 23rd and 24th, I will be teaching Divine Energy Medicine in Vancouver, Washington. This is the second time I will be teaching this course. It's all about vibration. In my healing practice, one of the things that I focus on is the energy, obviously, of the individual that I'm working on and their frequency. And my job is to get their vibration to rise at a very high molecular level so that they can attract in what's healthy and good for their body or the future things that they want to create in their life. As I do that process, as I align their subatomic particles, I'm also aligning my vibration as well. In fact, my goal is to get their vibration at least as high as my subatomic particles are. So this class is designed to talk about energy medicine on a very deep level, including the chakras and anatomy and all the beautiful things that occur in the physical form, but also how to maintain and create a vibrational frequency that allows for healing to occur much faster and on many, many levels. I look forward to seeing you in March. I hope you can join me. For more information, go to energyintuitive.com.
If you want to know how to get in touch with Marie or find out what's on her calendar, there's a variety of ways to do so. You could become Marie's friend on Facebook or even follow her on Twitter. Check out Marie's website. There's tons of new features like Chakra of the Month, a live Twitter feed, and 3 PDFs with extensive exercises for your chakras. You can also sign up for Marie's free quarterly newsletter and also get your questions answered in her Dear Marie column. Simply email Marie your question, and she will answer it in an upcoming edition. Marie also will be speaking and signing books. Find out if she'll be in your area on her events page at energyintuitive.com.
Wherever you go, Alternative Talk 1150 is here for you.
Coming up next is an encore presentation of the Marie Manuchehri Show. For more information about her show, visit energyintuitive.com.
Thank you for the music, as always.
No direct
Benny.
relation to your
So
dating
fun.
life at all.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
You are so cute. Yeah, I actually
sure.
love dating. It's
You
really
could be.
fun.
You
Yeah, it's a
could
fun
be.
thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be fun.
Oh,
Has
it's
to be
fun.
fun.
Dating
right?
is really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, it's enjoyable. Yeah.
Make it known.
Who's next on the phone line?
Yes, and if you'd like to join us again, if you're just tuning in, the Marie Manuchehri Show is happening right now, 877-825-8828. Christine from San Diego, California. Hello, Christine.
Hello.
Hi, Christine. How are you?
I'm well. I'd like to say I'm well.
Okay, good. Good.
Well, actually, the reason I'm calling is I suffer from
Yeah,
fibromyalgia,
you got
chronic fatigue,
something going
migraines.
I could, when I was drawing out your energy, so when I do this, I do it freehand so that my energy, my body can just read what's going on with someone, because I do a lot of distance sessions and I read the person's energy before we go live, and I don't know why someone's, like 99% of the time I have no idea why someone's having a session with me, and I prefer it that way. So when I was drawing out your energy, I know you may not have, you may not be looking at the camera, I'm not sure, because we have one camera in the studio, right?
Well, we have multiple, but we
Yeah.
have this one right now.
Yeah.
Here, let me change it.
Okay. You want it that one? Okay.
Go for it.
It was very bizarre because I put your legs way up. I mean, I'm like, oh, something's going weird with her energy, you know?
I guess so.
It's like doing the splits or something, you know?
Oh, well, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Maybe
and there's
spiritually.
2 sets. So here's the interesting thing. First of all, you have to like retire from these disease processes, you know?
Retire from
Yeah, because
from what?
from these disease processes because you've kind of owned them. They've been kind of a badge of courage for you. And I want you to retire from them. It's literally a choice. Everything is a choice. People don't realize this. People listen to their minds and their logic all the time, and they think they have no choice. And they also think that their thoughts are intuitive, and they absolutely are not, unless they're spontaneous thoughts that are not riddled in fear. And that would be, of course, insight. But you have kind of owned these things, and you need to retire them. You need to stop having these diseases. That means you have to stop talking about them. You have to stop owning them. You have to stop letting them rent free in your body. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Sorta. It's just kind of difficult, and it is making me make a career decision.
Yeah. So when I look at, autoimmune diseases, of course, are about the solar plexus, which is the third chakra. It governs the immune system. The most important aspect when we look at immune diseases is the third layer of the auric field. So in the aura, which is divided into 7 layers, the third layer is called the mental plane. And people who are susceptible to autoimmune diseases, and you described 3 of them. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So people who are susceptible typically have a significant amount of self-deprecating talk, or they're very negative thinkers. And of course, most people would not know that about you. You have that bubbly type of energy, and I'm sure you're very fun and positive with others, but when it comes to yourself, you're not, at least in my opinion. And you may not have an awareness of that, but that's something you really need to check out. In order to get your solar plexus to, be healthy and not allow autoimmune disorders to come into your physical form, you have to be very restrictive about what you allow to be in your thought patterns.
Okay.
Very restrictive, especially when it comes to yourself. Like when I see you thinking about other people, you're positive, you believe that people can achieve whatever they want. When it comes to you, it's different when it comes to yourself. You may momentarily in your mind think, well, of course I can do these things. But then you have this backstory, like a backwash that says, well, no, you can't because of this. And, oh, you already screwed up, or you already did this wrong. You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
You can't have those thoughts to the degree and the level that you have and expect your body to be healthy. It just doesn't work.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So here's the part that is the most important. You can control your thoughts. A lot of people think that we can't, that our thoughts are on automatic pilot. But the reality is our thoughts are conditioned by what we allow them to be. We literally are controlling our thoughts, truly. And so we can either let them be like a wild dog that's running around a city, biting people and peeing on everything, right? Or we can put the dog on a leash and let it go pee in the places it's supposed to and pick up its poop and take it back to the house and give it its rationed amount of food and let it take a nap. So you have a choice here.
Okay.
And this is your homework. This is what instead of thinking about, because you're spending all your time thinking about your career change.
Yeah.
I want you to stop that immediately. That's a total waste of energy because it's not going to matter. You could change your career, but if you don't change these thoughts, your disease processes could only become worse and more debilitating. So instead of thinking about what do I have to do because I have these diseases, which is really the dog peeing on everything,
okay,
I want you to start thinking, how do I love and honor and nurture my being so that my mental plane is positive, so that positive energy can move into my third chakra and enhance my immune system so that I don't have diseases in my body.
Okay.
That's where I want your attention.
Okay. Is it a mistake quitting my job, leaving my career?
Well, you're doing it because you're afraid that you're sick and that you can't do your job.
Right.
I would prefer that you leave a job because you're going to go do something fun that you like better.
Okay.
I don't think people should make decisions out of fear. Now, if you found another job that you love and it makes you happy, great. But let's not do it out of, oh, my body's falling apart. I better leave this job right away.
Okay.
Does the new job get you excited and happy?
I don't have a new job. I was just going to take retirement. Not take retirement. I was just going to basically retire early.
Uh-huh. Well, you could retire early. That would be fine. Sure.
But financially, what do you think about that?
Well, I actually, you have been smart financially, in my opinion. You've done well. You've organized things really well. So you could retire, but eventually you're going to have to go back to work eventually.
Okay. I'd be open to that if the right thing came along.
Right. And so here's what I want you to do if you think about your mental plane. I want you to retire not because you're sick, but because you want to have fun and you deserve to have a break and you're having a sabbatical. So this is what I'm talking about. You need to really work on what you're allowing your mind to absorb. Because if you retire because you're sick, you're just feeding the sickness.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. So that's your homework.
Okay.
And that could take you a little while before you retire, before you shift your mind.
Okay.
All right?
All righty.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Christine, for joining us. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show.
I think what's interesting is that, people don't realize that every decision we make is creating the next block of our path.
Mm-hmm.
And so how you make the decision is actually super important because the intention and the vibration sets then the block for the next part of the path. I look at our decisions like parts of the yellow brick road.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you're making a decision that's fear-based, then you're already lining up more bricks to fill in the yellow brick road that are going to be fear-based. So you have to really be conscientious of the choices that you're making and make sure that you're not making a decision out of fear, because you're only then attracting more fearful parts of the path to emerge. And then you get stuck in this pattern that is lowering your frequency and your vibration. And in this case, not helping your immune system to get better, because this is really a young, vital woman. You
want to build the right path.
You want to build the right path, yeah. Even if it feels scary. That type of fear is actually really excitement. And people need to know the difference between real fear and excitement fear. Choose the excitement fear. It's a better brick road. It's got a better foundation.
We're into that.
Yeah.
All right. The Marie Manuchehri Show, 877-825-8828. Amanda calling in from Bellevue. Hello, Amanda. Welcome to the show.
Hey, good morning.
Good
so
morning.
Glad to be talking to you.
Yeah. How are you, Amanda?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you.
What can I do for you?
My oldest son was just diagnosed recently with epilepsy, and I'm just feeling a little bit uneasy about moving forward with treatment options.
Well, how old is he?
He's just about 9.
Yeah, we don't. His brain is still developing. Actually, the brain develops all the way until the 30s, which is interesting. I didn't know that until I watched. I can't remember her name exactly. Jill, maybe Bolton. She wrote My Stroke of Insight, and I saw her speak. She was a keynote speaker at the Sun Valley Wellness Festival a few years back, and she said the brain still develops all the way into the 30s.
Jill Bolt with an E. Taylor.
Oh,
Jill
Taylor,
Bolt Taylor.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Lovely woman. I've actually interviewed her even. She's just lovely. So we don't want your son's brain seizing while he's developing. Right? And I know you're a holistic person, so I'm sure you've researched those drugs and you're going, what? Random if I get on this drug? What?
Right.
I do believe in second and third opinions. I think that's important. And I also want you to know, we don't know, and perhaps the neurologist said this too, we don't know, he might outgrow this seizure activity, right? It's a possibility. And so it's something they can rehash and reevaluate. But we don't want him seizing while he's developing his brain. And he seems to be seizing kind of regularly. Is that true?
He's had 4 episodes over 6 months, and they're nocturnal. And the unusual part of it is that he always comes to our room.
Oh, what a sweetheart.
An hour before, so he'll fall back to sleep and then seize in our presence.
Right.
Which,
it's very common for people who have seizure disorders, especially epilepsy, to have what they call like a halo, a warning. They get a warning ahead of time. It's a common thing. Their body knows it's going to happen before it actually happens. Yeah, so it's lovely that he does it and comes to your bed, because then he's safe too. He's not going to fall out of bed, and now you guys are alerted. But so yes, I'm not a fan of pharmacology either, but I remind myself every single day, especially in instances like this, that creation created surgeons and pharmacology too.
Okay.
And we're just going to put beautiful prayers that he will outgrow this, right? And then eventually he can go off the meds or take less of it or be on a drug that you like or never have to take it again. Who knows, right?
Yeah.
Because he's very young, and a lot of times young kids do outgrow seizure activity. Okay.
Great.
So I hope that's helpful. I hope you're okay with that.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. He's adorable, by the way. He's so cute. Yeah. Have a gorgeous day. He is. He's such a sweetheart. Have a great day.
You too.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks, Amanda, very much. Love and light with him and you and everyone around.
Yeah, and that gorgeous brain that's
Yeah.
just firing up a storm because he's so smart and inventive, and he just needs a little bit of support right now so that it doesn't go get too excited.
Right. One more before our last break of the hour. I believe, I want to get it right, Andrea. Is that correct, Andrea?
Yes.
Yes. Batting 1,000 from Eugene. Hello. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi, Andrea. How are you?
I'm amazing. Thank you for taking my call.
I love that answer, by the way. It makes me
You guys are so cool.
You're welcome. What can I do for you? And how's Eugene?
It is wet and gray and a little bit rainy. But
High five to you from us neighbors to the north.
Yeah, we're the same way. Yeah, we're exactly the same way. So what can I do for you?
I would like to get a reading and just hear what you have to say about my energy and my chakras and guides, and if I have any leaks. I've just been on a crazy fun path in my life, and I'd like to hear what you have to say.
I don't see any leaks. And I think the crazy fun path has been really good for you. No, really, I don't see any leaks. I just finished, drawing it all out just to validate what I just said. But yeah, no leaks whatsoever. But what I heard when I was drawing out your energy is that you need to be a little bit more mindful of who you hang out with.
Okay.
So you've got friends that are like you, and then you have some friends that are a little bit edgy.
Yeah.
Right? I'm just using that word. That's like the polite word, you know? And edgy people can be fun, but I don't think they should be your go-to people,
Okay. Yeah.
Right? Like they're okay for a party once in a while.
Yeah.
But you have powerful energy, and at the same time you're extremely sensitive. And so I think which I like. I think that's a good thing. Right. I like that you're sensitive. I think that brings in more insight and awareness. And so when you hang out with a bunch of edgy people, it kind of like lowers or dims your light, because you're someone who also will maintain the frequency of those that you're around. A lot of sensitive people do that. That's one of the reasons why I can be successful in my practice and why people can hear me and I can move energy effectively in their bodies, because I can align to their energy. But once I align to it, I heighten it. That's my job. So I say the right words most of the time, even if it's words I don't normally use in language, right?
Right.
So when you hang around the edgy people, then you lower your vibration, and that's not good for you.
Okay.
So that's what I heard.
And so I'm looking at kind of switching my career path a little bit. Is there any wisdom on that?
Well, can you be specific so that,
Well, I do physical therapy in a hospital, and I'm looking at doing more energy-based work with it on my own.
And I would agree. I think it's time to get out of the hospital. I think it's been extremely fun for a while. It was really fun for you and very educational. And you learned a lot about human health and how modern medicine approaches it, right? So you get to take all of that knowledge, which is really beneficial, and then create your own practice. Excellent idea. Love it.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Okay.
Thank
Have a
you
great
so
day,
much.
Eugene.
Thanks, Andrea, so much for calling in. 877-825-8828 for the Marie Manuchehri Show. How about a quick little break?
Okay.
All right, sounds good. We'll be right back with more from Marie.
Hi, this is Marie Manuchehri, and I just wanted to let you know that I will be leading my second international retreat, this time to the Greek island of Syros. September 24th through the 30th, we will travel to this gorgeous Greek island and learn the art of letting go to experience incredible expansion. We will learn and practice and play with lecture, meditation, yoga, and enjoy all of those spectacular land and seascapes this magnificent and remote location has to offer. Surrounded by turquoise waters, literally, romantic sunsets, and Mediterranean flavors, you will learn about the power of allowing one's energy to bridge the cosmos, returning to you incredible desires. So please, for more information, go to energyintuitive.com. I hope to see you there. It's going to be an extraordinary experience.
The Marie Manuchehri Show is streamed live over the internet. So if you have friends or family members living outside of the Seattle area, wanting answers to life's questions, encourage them to listen to the show and to call into the show to talk with Marie. If you are interested in receiving guidance on an issue in your life, call Marie locally at 425-373-5527 or toll free at 1-877-825-8828 for her insight into your situation.
Have you ever wondered what your dreams mean or how they can be used for intuition and guidance? If so, then this year's Spring Seaback Retreat, hosted by Edgar Casey, ARE, is for you. Dreams are an important part of our physical, mental, and spiritual development. If you would like to learn how to work with and interpret your dreams, go to areseaback.com and sign up for the Spring Seaback Retreat today.
Conversation you won't find on the rest of the dial. Alternative Talk 1150.
Coming up next is an encore presentation of the Marie Manuchehri Show. For more information about her show, visit energyintuitive.com.
And welcome back to the Marie Manuchehri Show. That music reminds me, Michelle and I, my dance partner, because her husband travels a lot and goes to bed early, and so we get to go dancing. Yeah, it's great. We ended up in Capitol Hill, I think it was, the other night, and we were about to go home, but she talked me into stepping into
Filling up your punch card?
Yeah. Into this
going all the new places.
big place full of kids jumping up and down. You know, we had so much fun. And the music was kind of like this techno,
electronic type stuff, EDM.
Yeah, it was good. It was really good. And we had so much fun. I don't know what everybody was taking in the dance floor because everyone was way too nice. So I don't know if everybody was high on ecstasy or something, but people were just hugging everybody and introducing, here's my new friend. And I'm like, okay, I don't even know you, but okay. Yeah, it was
That's the whole point of it.
It was so fun. Yeah.
Enjoy
So Michelle was right. That was a great bar. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of it. I think it's like an Asian restaurant during the day and it's a nightclub at night.
It's one of those.
It's one of those. It was lovely. Yeah.
Restaurant by day, club by night.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Those guys are raking in the bucks, by the way. They're
smart
selling
move.
all their beautiful noodles during the day.
Smart
and then
move. Smart move.
you got all the people jumping up and down, tossing balloons back and forth and, making friends.
Selling more noodles at night.
Actually, there was a lovely hot dog stand outside.
Street meat.
Seriously, a line around the block.
Well,
And where we ate at, I was like, okay, that was all right. But I'm like, I wish we had waited for the hot dog guy because that looked amazing.
I love how this comes full circle. I did that in my early 20s, and then I haven't done it very well. But
I
now
know.
you're coming back around.
I know,
I'm like,
that's funny because
I'm totally going to do it again.
actually, Mariam cracks me up because, she's at home now breastfeeding a newborn, right? And I'm sending her pictures of me dancing. She goes, Mom, what happened? That used to be my life. Now you've got my life and I have your old life. I go, yeah.
By the way, pick me up a hot dog and bring it home. Right? Yeah.
Actually, I should ask her next time.
She probably would enjoy it.
She probably would have loved it. That's a great idea.
Yes, I need one.
That's a great idea, Benny. I'm going to text her next time.
All right.
If she's up, I'll bring her some food
Just helping out the family.
after the club closes.
That's the way it works.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, a knock on the door.
Why not?
Yeah, right.
Why not?
Hey, open up. I got your hot dogs.
I don't need to knock. I have a key. I'll
that's
I'll
right.
just take it right up to the nursery. Not a problem.
You might want to knock just in case.
No, if I text first,
Oh, okay,
yeah.
well, that's
No, she always has me use my key. It's very sweet. Okay, so who do we have next?
Sure, we'll take Olga calling in from New York. Hello, Olga.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yep.
How are
Hi,
you?
Marie.
Hi. I love New York, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a great place. Love it. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I came to see you when I was visiting my friend in Seattle.
Oh, I remember you.
In January.
And I don't
January.
remember very many people, by the way, but I remember you.
Thank you.
Okay. So what can I do for you?
Yeah, so when I came to see you, you basically told me you kind of had a bone to pick with my husband.
Yeah, sorry.
And you told me to wait a little bit and to see what happens. But
Right.
it looks like we're moving forward with divorce.
Wow, you guys are moving much faster than I thought.
Yeah. And
Wow.
I just wanted to call you and see what you think about that. And
Well, you
how
already
old
know
my
what I
kids
think
be.
about it. And I really, really hoped that you guys would work it out, because I can tell there's this genuine love for each other and respect and a friendship, that has developed over time. But I think the romantic part is kind of you know what I mean?
Right.
So how is he doing about it? Because I felt that he would have a harder time with this than you. So how's he doing?
Well, I think he's doing okay. Maybe better than me. Because
Really?
I don't know. it's very fresh and new, so I'm trying to figure this whole thing out.
So you're more worried about the kids, though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you didn't have children, would you be worried about this, or would you be going, this is kind of nice?
I think it was time.
Okay. So please don't worry about the kids. Here's what I'm hearing, which is one of the things I love about energy work. And your energy looks fabulous. You don't have a leak anywhere. There's not a huge amount of intake of subatomic particles, except for at your third eye and your crown. So your intuition is on fire right now. Your connection to spirit is wonderful. So we know from a higher vibrational aspect that leaving this relationship is good for you. When I told I think my daughter was like 11 at the time, and I said, what do you think if mommy and daddy get separated? We were like, I was just picking up sandwiches because we were at a park, and we were at Subway, and we were in the car. And she goes, it's about time. That's literally what she said to me. And I was shocked. I mean, my jaw dropped. I thought, wow, if the young preteen thinks that it's about time, then it must be much worse than I realized. So I don't think your kids are, going to be surprised if you haven't talked to them yet about it.
No, I feel like they're too little.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Your kids are much younger. But at the same time, I think your kids are going to, I see them being happy. They're going to have now 2 Christmases or whatever you guys celebrate, 2 cool homes to hang out, because I think your soon-to-be ex-husband will be great at providing a lovely home for them as well. So I think it's just going to be fine. Yeah.
And can you tell what my dad would think about this?
Oh, well, if he were alive, so there's 2 different types of people, right? Like, people have a thought pattern when they're in a body, and then they have a thought pattern when they're on the other side. Right. If your dad were alive, he would not be happy.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
It does.
All right. So, because he's on the other side, correct? Right? I don't remember our session exactly.
Yes.
So he's like, honey, whatever makes you happy. He gives me a thumbs up and he blows you kisses. He also says, I'm glad I'm not in a body, because he would have a totally different answer about it. You know what I mean?
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
He was too traditional in his thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but on the other side, he's like, great. Okay, you guys seem okay with it. The kids are going to be fine. Yeah, all right. Let's have a party. Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, congratulations.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Thanks, Olga, and good luck. Great move.
Right?
Sounds like it.
Doesn't that sound weird to tell someone, hey,
a little bit.
Congratulations, you're getting a divorce? But if someone's going to be happy, I cannot tell you the joy that I have had in my life from the moment my former husband moved out of our bedroom. My life just got happier and more fulfilled and more delightful and more magical and more interesting. And I'm almost a little scared to get remarried. I'm like, do I need to stay single the rest of my life? I don't know, but
you're dancing out that middle part, though.
Yeah, I'm working on
and
that.
So you're enjoying life.
Oh, I love.
And we're
love
not
it.
on this planet for as long as we hope.
Yeah, this is a temporary reality.
Yeah.
I think what's important for people to realize is when you break a karmic cycle, which in my case was choosing poor, not the best type of person to be with, so whenever you break a karmic cycle, which could be working for a company that you don't really respect, or that you would never buy their products. Some people work only for money, not for integrity. So when you break a serious karmic cycle that you've been redoing in previous lifetimes for hundreds, maybe thousands of lifetimes, when you do that, which not too many people do, by the way, it takes a lot of courage to break a karmic cycle, because it feels right. It feels safe. Like, I never wanted to get a divorce. I came from a divorce family. I never wanted to have that in my life. But now I can only tell you, from the moment that we separated from our bedrooms, I felt like it was the most beautiful and wonderful thing that ever happened in my life. So when you break a karmic pattern, whoever you are, whatever the pattern is, you will be richly rewarded every single time you do it. And the patterns will be so scary, you'll do everything you can to avoid breaking the pattern. Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right.
Who's next?
Let's take Judy calling in from Seattle. Judy, welcome to the show. What's going on, darling?
Oh, thank you. Hi, Marie. I'm so thrilled to talk to you.
Oh, great, Judy. What can I do for you?
Well, my music world is my whole life. I live and breathe for that. And
you and Benny would be awesome friends. Benny loves music.
I love Benny.
Oh,
thank you.
We all love Benny.
You too. Big heart.
Okay.
Especially you two together. You're hilarious.
Thank you. We're good friends. Yeah. What can I do for you?
So there's a bully in my group, and I just can't get away from him. So can you give me any insight into what to do?
Leave the group.
But, it's my whole life. I live and breathe to do this.
Yeah, but maybe there's another group.
He's in all of them.
Oh.
Okay, so he can't be in all the groups in the world. That's impossible. So that means the organization that you're hanging out with, you've probably outgrown, and you need to advance your skill set, so you're going to need to go find a different organization.
Okay, but it's very specialized. It's Irish fiddle music.
Yeah,
so
well, look around.
There's maybe 5 or 6 groups in town, and that's it. I mean, and both
maybe
of us
you need
belong.
to pay another instrument. Maybe you need to find another way to do it. See, don't be like, because that's like you never getting a divorce. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing. So you need to look around, be open-minded. I'm not saying leave and go sit in your room and cry, go look around, get creative.
How about she starts her own?
Or start your own. That's a great idea, Benny. Love it. Don't get stuck.
Yeah, that is so hard, and I am so shy.
Okay. All right, so let's put it this way. I know what type of a person you are. You're a very sympathetic person. And I bet you have what's the word I want to use? Things from history. I bet you never throw anything away. And I don't mean like you're a hoarder, but I mean like things that are precious for you. I bet you hold on to them for a long time.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. So all of that is lovely, but it's time for you to do something new. I promise you something fabulous will happen, but you need to start thinking outside of the box, looking outside of the box, trying new things. This is what the universe is asking you to do. Otherwise, they wouldn't show you the mean guy in every one of your groups. He wouldn't be there. This is a sign. You need to think outside of the box, make some changes, stop being so sentimental.
Oh, Marie, I love this so much. Oh.
I didn't tell you to never do it again. I only said, be curious. Look outside. Don't go to a fatalist approach and vibration. That's a victim consciousness. Don't do that. Go find something else. Go look around. Go check it out. Don't you love these type of conversations where it's just so simple? I'm not asking you to light the organization on fire and never play a fiddle again, but you're acting like I said that. And I'm just saying, be curious. Look outside of the box. Go check other things out.
Well, I did that in the past 2 years. I went to different open mics. It's just not the same. I mean, the Irish music is just...
So here's what I'm going to say. You need to change your energy first. So if your energy is going to be low frequency and low vibration, who knows? Maybe even he'll quit if you higher your frequency. Change your energy and then start looking around. You can't go look around if you're in like, this will never work out and this is terrible. I'm never going to have what I had before. You cannot be successful in that type of frequency. Okay?
How do I do that?
Get happy, get appreciative, fall in love with your life the way it is, and then step out and be curious of new things.
All right, thank you.
Okay,
I mean,
good
it's
luck.
Irish music, for heaven's sakes. How are you not happy with that?
Right.
I mean, seriously.
Oh, I mean, I'm just excited even when I'm thinking of the stomping and the fiddling. And
I think
makes me so
I'm
happy.
still going to stick with my answer, and she should start her own, grab a couple of her favorites from the other groups.
Sounds fantastic.
Love it. Then you've just added another group to the city.
And then she gets to be picky about who's in her group.
Bada bing, bada boom.
But you got to get happy first.
Yes.
Have to be happy.
Boom, boom.
Even if it's not related, you have to be happy. Okay,
happy Irish players.
Can I do one more?
Yeah, sure. I'm already loaded.
Right.
Kathleen from Seattle, welcome. You've made the cut.
Hi, Kathleen.
Yeah, right. Woo. Happy Thursday.
Yeah, happy. I for some reason I'm just confused on the dates. For some reason, it doesn't feel like a Thursday. So, what can I do for you, Kathleen?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so glad I got to talk to you.
Yay.
I feel like I'm on the verge of excellence, and what's around me now is fading, and that's fine, and I'm dealing because I feel like it's coming. It's okay. But I am having some gut issues that have been plaguing me for a while, and, I'm like, is it just food I'm allergic to? What's the issue?
Well, just like our last caller, everything is about frequency and vibration. Everything is. And so what is your vibration like when you look at money? What is your vibration like when you look at a bill? I don't even sit down to pay bills unless my vibration is elevated. I don't, because not only are you going to attract more money in that moment, but you're going to attract more money in the future. So again, everything in the universe and its outcome and our relationship to whatever it is that's happening in our life or what we want to happen is about frequency. So I think you should start falling in love with money. I think you should start transposing positive images onto your bank statements and your credit cards and the dollars in your wallet, and start loving, loving, loving you and money together. And that will erase your debt. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Thank you.
Easy peasy. And write dollar signs in the air. I do that.
Oh, is that what you do?
Yeah, I do, actually.
Oh, I love that. That's
Works
a
really good.
great idea. I love it, Benny.
There you go.
Thank you, everyone. We wish you beautiful, joyful blessings and not too many strong storms on the East Coast, and some sunshine here tomorrow so we can plant flowers. And thank you, everyone. Bye-bye.
You've just heard an encore presentation of the Marie Manuchehri Show. For more information about her show, visit energyintuitive.com.